Capricorn, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your weekly reading for April 28th through to May 4th. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and reverse any energies as you see fit. Okay? What's happening here? Alrighty. Let's try that again. Show me Capricorn for the week of April 28th through to May 4th, please. Show me Capricorn for the week of April 28th through to May 4th. Show me Capricorn, please. Thank you. Anything else for Capricorn? Thank you. Alrighty. So we started off really nicely with that Nine of Cups there, okay? So generally, interesting. Okay. Generally, this feels kind of good, okay? Like on the surface, the Nine of Cups, he looks good, right? You're not really questioning where he's sitting. He's has a life well lived. He's happy, right? But given the nature of the cards here and the presentation, I'm looking at what's underneath, right? What's behind the veil? What doesn't he want us to see? And that feels like the point of this week, right? So it looks like you're looking good, you're feeling good, kind of surface level, but what is happening underneath that, right? We have the King of Swords and that Knight of Cups in the reverse position. So it feels like some sort of truth about yourself or some sort of reflection. Self-reflection is kind of leading you into a direction that either you don't want to be in, or it's kind of turning some sort of wisdom and knowledge on its head. Either way, this is giving me the sense that you're not in control, which is something that is very unusual for you, Capricorn, and something that it doesn't sit well, right? So even though you're showing up, you're looking good, you're feeling good, it feels like there's some rumblings kind of under the surface. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, I mean, it feels like your kind of energetic exchange, how you interact with people is a little bit different this week, right? A little bit off, and perhaps for some of you, even a little bit one-sided, right? Maybe somebody's taking a little bit too much from you and you recognize that, but you're kind of not really sure how to stop it, or maybe you feel like this is kind of just, but it's not just, okay? Eight of Swords popping out kind of next to this Nine of Cups here. And again, that kind of feels like, yeah, like you're sitting here. Do you feel trapped in this position? Do you feel trapped kind of with the cups that you're surrounding yourself with? That is to say, do you feel trapped in the success that you have, that you can't really break free of any kind of negative patterns or bad patterns or uncomfy feelings that you have as a result of what's going on this week, okay? We do have the Magician in the shadow, so that is nice. Transformation, that kind of leads me to believe that you're not sitting in this for too long, and you will be taking action shortly. Okay, look at that. Magician also in the clarifier deck here. So yeah, it feels like you're kind of at a point of recognizing this and starting to make some changes this week, okay? Let's see if there's any more. Let's get some clarifiers for Capricorn, please. Let's get some clarifiers for Capricorn. Show me some clarifiers for Capricorn. That's a lot. We'll see where we go from here. Alrighty. So the Hermit popped out along with the Ace of Cups. So Virgo energy here, and then that is that water sign. So with the aces, at least with the opportunities that they bring, when an ace is reversed, it doesn't mean that that opportunity is no longer coming your way. It just means, like, are you having trouble seeing it? Are you trying to deny that it's even there? So there's something happening with this Ace of Cup, this opportunity for new emotional connection, new connectivity, a chance to dive deeper into your cup, a chance to go into self-reflection, whatever that ace is representing for you here. It's almost like you do see it coming with that Hermit Virgo energy here. I'm just not sure if you're rejecting that opportunity for this ace. You're saying, no, this is not the right time, or perhaps this ace is not the right fit for you, right? Either way, there's something happening there, which does make sense with this self-reflection and with this truth being a little bit distorted for you this week, okay? This kind of came out as a cluster here. We have Temperance, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords coming up here as well. Yeah, so it feels like whatever kind of balance you're trying to find, whatever harmony is there is not really there, okay, this week. Nine of Swords, Two of Swords, yeah. This really paints the same kind of picture, but just telling it from a different perspective here. This is all about mental, right? So your mindset is off, right? And that could be perhaps why you're not taking advantage of that ace of emotion. You're not trying to be in your emotion, or perhaps you're too much in your head to understand that this ace of emotional connectivity is trying to come to you, right? You're stuck in something that doesn't quite make sense here, and you really don't know what to do with that, right? So these being on the side, it's kind of like your energy hasn't determined if this is going up, right? Or if this is going upside down, right? So there's a little bit of confusion with that Seven of Cups popping up there, which again does make sense. Feels like, you're off, right? And just the fact that I'm seeing, Six of Pentacles, I'm really not getting any pentacles on this board aside from one that is reversed and one that is in the shadow here, representing loss, conflict, walking away. So yeah, it feels like you're definitely not feeling your Capricorn self this week. There is some confusion around some emotional connectivity here and what you know to be the truth, and those two are really not connecting. And so you're trying to figure that out, but you're really feeling kind of stuck. Okay. The Four of Cups here, it feels like because you're you're stuck a little bit, you're not really engaging, right? Or you're kind of saying, no, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. Well, your Magician is showing up, so you need to move somehow. And the best way to move is in full acknowledgement of what is happening this week, right? So you can't avoid it and then move, not considering what's going on, right? And adjust and pivot based on, information, only the information that you want, right? You need to have all of the information, see everything, engage with all of it in order to move in the right way for you, right? And the best way for you, Capricorn. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. The Five of Pentacles, like I said, showing up in that shadow. Yeah, it does feel like you are walking away from something. Pentacles showing up here, which is interesting. It's showing up in the shadow, so it just feels like you're really not yourself this week. We go with the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, so you're walking away from this energy. So that is a major win for you. Seven of Pentacles, there is some adjustments and tweaks that are going to be happening here. Six of Pentacles showing up right side, okay? So like how this is showing up in the reverse, something's off, somebody's taking too much or you're giving too much. Whatever it is, that's kind of that balance, that kind of tit for tat in your physical landscape is off, right? But you're working on getting that right side up. You're getting that back to how it should be, right? Knight of Pentacles, getting ready to take some action here, preparing to take some measured action and, looking at your physical landscape in terms of what do I need to do now? Okay, let's see if there's anything else for Capricorn. Yeah. Anything else for Capricorn, please, for this week? Anything else? All right. So that Six of Pentacles, it was kind of showing up on its side here, right? So yeah, I mean, it just feels like you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I readjust my, my giving and receiving in the physical landscape here? You're trying to figure that out, right? So there's a lot of kind of unknowns this week, but the first and foremost known is that whatever this is not working for you. However you're feeling, whatever kind of situation you kind of stumbled into is not really working for you, and now you need to figure out how to get out of it, right? Your King of Pentacles in reverse, you don't like to see that ever. So this either feels like some sort of arrangement that you got into was not successful, or you're feeling really out of sorts here, and that is not good for the Capricorn vibe. Ace of Wands in that shadow, it's kind of like, okay, how do we figure this out, right? Snap to it. And then again, that Eight of Swords behind you. So whatever, or behind that Ace of Wands rather. So whatever this is, yeah, it feels really sticky, and it feels like you're in some quicksand here a little bit, and you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get out a little bit. You know you need to. You don't want to sit in this energy too long, which is great. But you're kind of sinking into it a little bit, right? The further you go, the further you sink. So you're trying to troubleshoot different ways to get out of this, right? The kind of where I'll end it is, at least particularly for you, Capricorn, when I see these kings in reverse, that tells me that you're not comfortable where you are, and you're going to fix that or figure that out real quick. What I would say is, with that Ace of Cup kind of in the reverse, and that King of Sword in the reverse as well, I would just, take a look at that mindset, or take a look at, there's a reason that all of the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords are popping up, right? There's something happening mentally here where you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not giving yourself a fighting chance, right? And so that is, something that definitely question. And I'm wondering if this Ace of Cups is you in that kind of stuck headspace, not seeing the emotional connection, or not seeing this Ace of Cup opportunity here, or if it's distorting it for you in some way, right? So that's kind of where I'll leave it for you this week. You're gonna snap out of this. I mean, it's just a matter of time here. Remember, we started off with that Nine of Cups, right? So everything on the surface is looking good. This does feel like a bit of a mental game for you, in terms of the more you move, the further you sink kind of deal, or the more kind of you go down this path, the more you're kind of like, oh, this doesn't feel so nice, right? Quicksand. So that's where I'm going to leave it. For you, you have all the tools necessary, especially with that Magician there. You just need to figure out a way out, right? And a way out that will be beneficial for you in the long run. Okay, Capricorn? That's what I have for you this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you taking the time to see what your week has in store, just as I hope that you appreciate this reading. I wish you all the best this week. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. You take care.